child is a follower, right? Remember the three, one, two, three types of group leaders. There's a leader, there's a second in charge, and there is a follower. So, and it is very specific. There's no changing these. These are like personalities, group leadership styles. It's not, they can't be built. It is built in. It is biophysiological. So you may have a parent who pushes their child and it's always, puts them in a lot of sports. And these children can do very well, right? It is not, and they may win sometimes, right? But that does not mean that they're leaders. That means that they're competitive, right? Because they have been pushed to excel. A leader is really it's just a natural possession, just as personality is, right? So we'll talk about personality another time. But so if your child is a natural leader, born leader, some things that they will excel at, right? Which would be a good idea for you to enhance and push them and motivate them towards would be chess players, right? Learning and navigating different kind of games in today's system. Boxing, right? Natural born leaders. Golf. Rowing, right? Weightlifting, right? Things like that are competitive. However, they will naturally succeed. And so I just came up with like a few to give you guys ideas. Okay. If your child is the second in command, if their personality group leader type is the second in command, then, a good job, right? Or good way to kind of push and motivate them is, how those people have like hype mans, right? How they go out, so you have the politician, but then you have the person who goes out, the marketing person, and talks for him. And then that is the follower type personality. That is the job where the types of jobs that they excel in. So karate, right? You don't have to be the best, the number one in karate to be titled as like a black belt or whatever. You follow the directions, you follow the rules. Gymnastics, track, things like that, right? Because you follow and you fall in line. And so if you in track, you have to pass the baton, whatever. So those are good type of, activities and things like that to motivate your children towards, right? With those type of group leadership styles where they will be motivated and where they will excel. Okay. So let's see now. Okay. So for jobs, when your children are older, if your child is the group leader, then obviously a CEO, right? A CEO, somebody that works with stocks and bonds, somebody that works in marketing, a surgeon, not just a doctor. Okay. When you have group leaders, they want to be the top. They want to be the number one. So surgeons. So like you taking an extra, like doctorate, 15 years on surgeons. I can't even imagine, but, or even an advocate, right? So it depends on what pay grade or whatever you're looking for, but a group leader as an advocate, right? A person who, an advocate, right? Perfect kind of job. So, the second in command for jobs when your children are older, if they are the second group leader, whatever. And again, because it's shifty. So artistry, right? Music, an accountant, a dentist, right? So things in that nature, they excel at with that type of group leadership style. And if your child is a follower, right? The teen is a follower. And again, these are constant. So it's not like it changes. Again, you can motivate and they will shift a little, but it is really a constant. So if your child's group leadership is a follower, then jobs to motivate them where they would excel, a librarian, law enforcement, right? That just is what it is. They feel that they have more power, more authority, and some can, we all know those statistics, but then you will have some that it just makes them feel better and they do good for the community, right? A scientist, because a scientist can go, they can work on their own, they can be independent, and they don't need a group, right? So these are just ideas. Again, first I gave you the activities where you can motivate the children, and then I gave you the more employment types or job types. So when your children are older, you know the areas in which they will excel.